was the head of something called the Disinformation Governance Board, which struck so many people as Orwellian, as a truth ministry, that the DHS decided to shut it down, and she ended up leaving in a scandal. So she's really not in a great position to be, I think, herself spreading misinformation about the censorship industrial complex.
So here we went back for some examples. Here we go now. Here's three of them. National Review is up one. FBI spent a year preparing platforms to censor the Biden story without info on laptops' authenticity. More on that in a moment here, Michael. Reuters, Zuckerberg says Biden administration pressured Meta to censor COVID-19 content. From Vox, Twitter appears to have fixed shadow ban of prominent Republicans like the RNC chair and Trump Jr. spokesman. Was she able to defend any of that in this hearing?
No, of course not. And I mean, I think that, she's someone that's become the face of something that's much larger, but she's somebody that has advocated that the United States adopt censorship efforts similar to those used in Germany, which you may remember from a recent 60 Minutes, has draconian censorship laws that are really quite un-American. She's promoted a kind of hybrid warfare, like the kind used in wartime situations. So she's really somebody that, there's a reason that she should not be anywhere near power. I'll put it that way, and it's a good thing she's not.
So the Hunter Biden laptop came up during this hearing, prominently rather. This is Keith Self. He's a Republican from Texas. This is the back and forth on that topic.
The Hunter laptop, on the Russia disinformation, all of that. I'm asking you, what is the role of government in that matter?
Absolutely, Congressman. So the government is allowed to express its own opinions, its viewpoints, as we're seeing this administration do, as we saw the previous administration do.
What is their role when it is absolutely wrong? The Hunter laptop is probably the best example we could roll out here.
I actually disagree with that, because when Twitter decided to add friction to the Hunter Biden laptop case, it actually got more views.
So the issue here, and you broke a story last night too, right? About the FBI imposing this gag order. What have you verified about that period of time that relates to the laptop?
Well, Bill, the key details are these. The FBI had the laptop in December of 2019. It was able to verify that it was authentic within days, if not hours. FBI then starts to spread disinformation to Facebook, to Twitter, to journalists starting in the spring and the summer of 2020, claiming that there is a Russian hack and leak operation coming related to Biden and Burisma. It was a very elaborate effort. It involved warning against a hack and leak related to Hunter Biden and the Russians and the Ukrainians, rather, in terms of Burisma. And it was an effort to pre-bunk or sort of brainwash journalists and social media platforms so that when the New York Post story broke in October of 2020, they would cover it as Russian disinformation. So there's a lot more about it. But I mean, it appears to have included an FBI briefing for Senators Grassley and Johnson, where they were warned by the FBI that their investigation into Hunter Biden was somehow related to Russian disinformation. There was never any evidence of any of that. It still hasn't, all the truth hasn't come out about it. But this appears to be a gross weaponization of the FBI for political purposes in order to run cover and to distract from the fact that the laptop showed a massive influence peddling operation involving Hunter Biden, President Joe Biden, and his brother.
Michael, thank you for your time. Still some digging to do. There are clearly disagreements on this. We'll see where it goes. Michael Schellenberger, thank you. Shannon.
Thanks for having me.